learn during this very long transit. The transit started, I think, on July 26th, and it's not slated to end until mid-December. So we've got a few months of all these lessons that we have to learn. Let me preface this reading by saying it's a tough one, okay? If you don't want to hear me telling you you did something wrong, this is the consequence for it, you're going to want to click off of this reading right now, go to a different tarot reader. For those of you who are new, my tarot readings are usually light and focused on love, but since I'm doing a very, intensive topic, which is Saturn retrograde, this reading will not be kind, it will not be gentle, but I think a lot of you will benefit from it. If you need to flip the reading, go ahead and flip it. Remember, I don't know any of you personally. I'm reading for the collective, so if it's not your reading, don't take it. Remember that you should look at the top 3 planets that are in your chart, because if this reading doesn't resonate with you, another one might. That being said, let's get started, Leo. So Leo, what are the lessons that my Leos are going to be learning during the Saturn retrograde transit? Justice, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the Tower. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so if you're not dealing with some sort of, legal battle, okay, you're dealing with a Libra. We've got the Justice and the Knight of Swords. We also have Scorpio here with the Tower, okay, Page of Cups, 2 of Wands. I see, Leos, that some of you are going to be there, it looks again like very much like the Aries reading. There's going to be a crumbling of, foundations that are not very strong, and a lot of you could be moving, okay, or just making a very important decision. So let's get started. It does look like this is all hinging on some sort of love offer or apology or something like that, okay? But there's somebody coming in here like a wrecking ball for a lot of you, okay? Could be a Libra. And I say Libra because the Knight of Swords could be any air sign, but we've got the Justice. The Justice is your first card. Okay. Tell me about the Justice here for my Leos. These are the lessons that you need to learn, Leo. There could be something about making something right, being fair, but let's see who it's about. About getting balanced. Okay, so 10 of Cups definitely wants to show itself here. We've also got a King of Wands and a Star. Okay, King of Wands, the World card, and the Fool. So it looks to me, Leo, that, the Justice here could also be, let's say, like a divorce, legal proceedings. It's like you feel like you want to move towards a new direction, and it might have to do with your family life. And there could also be a person that you want to move forward with. We've got Aries energy here with the Fool. You have a lot of majors in your reading and like big ones, Justice, Tower, the Fool. But there's a new beginning here that has to do with your family life. Let's say that you were in separation with someone. Maybe at this point you're saying, hey, let's try a fresh new start. Let's see if we can save our family. Tell me about the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is clarified by the 3 of Pentacles. I feel that, Leo, you or somebody that you're dealing with is there. You could be dealing with somebody that's in your community, first of all, with the 3 of Pentacles, but there's somebody here that wants to cooperate with you. This person is racing in, or you could be racing towards somebody. A lot of times the Knights for me are actions. They're things that you're going to end up doing, not necessarily people that you're doing things with, okay? But there's somebody that you want to build with, or somebody wants to build with you. Tell me about the Page of Cups. You may know this person from work. Tell me about the Page of Cups here. Tell me about the Page of Cups from my Leos. We've got the King of Wands and the Star. Somebody could be coming in to apologize to you. This person could be a fire sign, but doesn't have to be. They could be very entrepreneurial, okay? 7 of Pentacles and the Emperor. So this person really could be an Aries, okay? We have Aries energy here with the Fool as well. So there's strong Aries energy. Also, I attach Aries to the Tower sometimes too because of that Mars energy. It looks like there's somebody here who with the Star card, really wants to heal things. This person may be apologizing to you. And with the Emperor here, this is somebody that has a lot of power, control over your relationship, possibly. So, or over you. There could be a father figure that is, you know, gently speaking to you, and this person has a lot of influence over you. And this person might be saying, accept an apology, you know, do something that we want you to do. Tell me about the Two of Wands here. Tell me about the Two of Wands here. This person may be asking you not to, with the Two of Wands in the Tower here, not to leave a relationship because it's going to cause a lot of drama and disaster, actually, now that I think about it, okay? Two of Cups and the High Priestess, Piscean energy, and the Six of Cups. There may be somebody that you'd like to reconnect with here, Leo. This person may be a secret, and you might feel like this person is like a soulmate of yours, okay? Page of Swords, this is somebody that you could be keeping an eye on. Lovers, there's like a lot of really strong love connection. Two of Cups, lovers is crazy. And you might be in the process of making a decision about this person. Tell me about the Tower. This is about lessons though, Leo, okay? Tell me about the Tower here. Tell me about the Tower. You know what, guys? I just got this extremely strong craving, and I feel like I need to say it because it might resonate with some of you Leos, okay? When I was little, I grew up in the Bronx, and I used to go to Bedford Park all the time because my mom went to college over there. And they had old school, you know, New York delis over there when I was a kid, because I'm old. Y'all, I am old. My mom used to get roast beef sandwiches, like fresh roast beef, not roast beef, corned beef sandwiches, you know, with like the little glistening fat pieces still on them. So delicious. On rye with mustard. We would get knishes with mustard and these tiny little egg tarts as dessert. Real New York, you know, I feel like Jewish, German influence kind of food, and I just had such a hit of craving for that, so strong. So some of you might really like that kind of cuisine, you know, New York style, old school New York, you know, corned beef sandwiches with mustard and, you know, maybe like a root beer cream soda or something like that kind of really great old deli food, like Katz's Deli, like something that you'd get at Katz's. Okay, really delicious. I just got a hit for that so strongly. I love that kind of food, okay? Like a good salty pickle on the side. That might have something to do with you, okay, Leo? Tell me about the Tower here. Tell me about the Tower. Oh, okay. The Tower, the Two of Wands, and the Empress. Okay, we've got a ton of Libra energy in your reading. There's it's like you're gonna create a tower because you're leaving something behind. And if it's not a Libra that you're dealing with, that person could have a lot of Libra in their chart. And if it's not a person with Libra in their chart, you might be just prioritizing yourself here and feeling that you need to move away from a structure that is crumbling and put yourself first and all of that, okay? Tell me about the Ten of Cups to the Fool. Ten of Cups. Oh, okay. Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, so it's like you want to move towards something, and with the Ace of Pentacles, the universe is giving you a sign that you should. The universe is going to open up an opportunity for you to be able to move forward to an opportunity. This is going to be a new way of seeing your Ten of Cups. Okay. Let's talk about this Knight of Swords to the Three of Pentacles. Knight of Swords to the Three of Pentacles here. Knight of Swords to the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. Yeah, there's something that you like kind of long for. You could be preparing for this. There's going to be an ending for a new beginning here. You're going through some sort of transformation yourself here, okay? And your Three of Pentacles, like a foundation. You want to build a stronger foundation that's based on things that you actually desire, okay? Tell me about the Page of Cups to the Emperor. Oh, wait. Why is this in here? It might have something to do with the reading. Eight of Pentacles here, okay? You might feel like you're slaving away with this Emperor energy here, doing things over and over that you don't want to do. And, you know, there's a Page of Cups here with your Nine of Cups. So I feel like somebody's actually trying to control you and say, stay, do what I want. And you're like, I have a wish, and I really need to go after whatever that wish is, okay? Two of Wands to the, oh yeah, here we go with the Knight of, your cards are just falling out here. The Knight of Swords here. We've got the Seven of Swords. This could literally, Seven of Swords isn't always about deception and trickery and all of that. This could literally be you, like, you know, biting your leg off and running towards whatever it is that you want. Confirmation. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Ninja, please. Okay. I see here that you're really going to be, you know, taking yourself out of confusion and like a chaotic, anxious energy here. And you're scared. You are scared. Okay. You're scared to do this. This is a lesson that you have to learn, though. Tell me about this Empress here, Libra Taurus energy to the Two of Wands, the Knight of Cups to the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Knight of Cups to the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles there is, you know, you balancing this idea, making a decision. We've got the Two of Pentacles to the Two of Wands here. You're making a decision to go forward, and you know, with the Tower here, it's like, it's terrifying, it's shocking, it's going to make ripples of change in your life here, and it seems like the universe is saying, learn this lesson. Maybe you had this opportunity before and you didn't take it, and you shouldn't miss it, because it just looks great. Looks great. Okay. All right, let's look at your consequences and your rewards, Leo, okay? Oh my God, the craving for that corned beef, I keep saying roast beef, but it's corned beef sandwich, is just, it's like making my mouth water, okay? My mouth is literally watering for that. Oh, so good. So good. Oh my God, I might have to get something to eat because that thing just made me so hungry. Okay. Okay, Leo, let's look at your rewards and consequences. Okay, tell me about the consequences that Leo will experience during this transit, July through December, for, actions, missed opportunities, as we saw in the first one. Tell me. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups, the Judgment, and the Queen of Swords, High Priestess, okay? All right, so what I see here is somebody walking away, all right, making a judgment. I see a Queen of Swords here. This could be a divorcee. It could be that Libra from the previous reading. I don't know. And the High Priestess here. So like something about morality, judgment. Queen of Swords in a lot of decks has to do with like wisdom and judgment and all of that too. And then the Judgment is actually right here in the reading. So it's like with the Eight of Cups here, there's somebody walking away, okay? It's a consequence. Tell me about the rewards for my Leos during this transit. Okay. We've got the Seven of Swords as a reward here, and then the Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. If you're brave enough to make a decision to go towards somebody, even if you don't feel perfectly ready, it's going to result in a great love partnership, business partnership, whatever it is, okay? All right, so let's start clarifying your consequences, okay? Tell me about the Eight of Cups here for my Leos. Tell me about the Eight of Cups here for my Leos. Walking away here, obviously walking towards the Nine of Cups, okay? Eight of Cups. The question is, who's walking away? It's a consequence, okay? Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're meant to walk away towards your Nine of Cups, Leo, but you're not, because you're, in this case, I want to say it's a victim mentality. You're trapping yourself. You're in a comfort zone, something of that nature, okay? You just feel like you can't. Tell me about the Judgment. King of Pentacles, okay? You might have a renewal with somebody in your life who is very wealthy, or this person could be very financially stable. This person could be in a little bit of boss energy there with the Judgment. This person makes the rules, but you may have a reconciliation with this person also as a result of not walking away from them. Okay, that's the caveat. Okay, tell me about the Queen of Swords. The Hanged Man and the High Priestess. The Three of Swords. Okay. So it seems like there's people in your reading. There's a Queen of Swords here, or this could be you even saying, okay, I gave this another chance, and the consequence here is that, you know, I'm suffering. And you're seeing this second chance as a different thing, or there's a person here that sees you differently because you have, you know, given a second chance, I think, to a King of Pentacles. Okay. So the High Priestess and the Three of Swords is here. It's like you knew that this was going to happen. You know, I feel like you were connected to your intuition and you let it happen this way. Okay. So tell me about the Eight of Cups to the Eight of Swords here. That's 2 8s. That's like infinite activity, you know, like infinity. Okay, so Five of Swords and the Two of Wands, man. So, you know, it's like you're gonna sit back and just let this continue until it implodes, and then you have to move on, okay? So what's gonna happen is that it's going to implode, and then you'll have to move on anyway. Judgment and the King of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're comfortable in a situation with somebody. I've been getting this for you in your readings, actually. You're comfortable with somebody, but you're going to end up being on your own anyway. The Queen of Swords to the Hanged Man. The Page of Wands. This person was very exciting, I think. You know, this person here. And the High Priestess to the Three of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So I think that there's somebody in your energy here. This person may have set a boundary with you also, and you feel like you don't have access to this person. And I feel like you're going to see things differently because of this experience that you refuse to, like, you know, acknowledge. Very much like the Aries reading. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, there was so much potential. Why didn't I just, you know, do the work and go after this? With the High Priestess and the Three of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles here. There could be somebody in your life. Remember, the King of Pentacles is here also. I feel like you're well aware that you're going to be in a relationship in which your heart is broken and you are not happy with the Three of Swords, and you're going to stay. And that's the consequence, that you're fucking stuck, bro. That you're stuck somewhere. Tell me about this Five of Swords, Two of Wands. And you're just going to want to bite your leg off to leave. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. It's like that's your getting money and being extremely comfortable is what's important to you, but at what cost? You know, at what cost? Seven of Swords. Tell me about the Seven of Swords here for reward. Seven of Swords. Now, I see the Seven of Swords here as running, ending something, taking back your resources here, having a full ending. Page of Cups. Empress. Again, go toward, there's an Empress in your life. There's somebody in your life. This person could have a child. There's somebody in your life that you really want to talk to. You want to make a very small love offer. With the Page of Cups, I think you're scared that you're not going to get what you want. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, please. The Hierophant. Ninja. The Hierophant. You're scared. You're really scared about this. The King of Swords. Wow, this person is a lot more than you anticipated. Tell me about the Lovers. This person is a lot more, you have a lot more in common than you think. And this person is committal. The Lovers. Six of Pentacles and the Libra card and the Justice. I mean, This person is here to give, man. You're going to experience a lot. I don't know. The reward looks great. I mean, tell me about the Seven of Swords death, please. Tell me about the Seven of Swords death. Yeah, the Tower. You could be dealing with somebody that has very strong, Queen of Swords here, divorcee, and Star. And then the healing that comes with a full ending here. Page of Cups to the Empress. Page of Cups to the Empress. Seven of Cups. You're fantasizing about this a lot anyway. High Priestess, keeping it a secret. Intuitively, you know that you want to work on this. Nice and slow, too. You're moving very slow. And this person wants to move slow, too. Two of Pentacles, Hierophant to the King of Swords, please. Two of Pentacles, Hierophant to the King of Swords. The Six of Wands. The King of Swords again. You really are dealing with some air sign. And the Fool, yeah. You're going to have a great brand new start. This is a reward. Okay, Gemini, the Lovers could be dealing with a Gemini. The Lovers to the Six of Pentacles and the Justice here, please. What? Why would you get the Four of Wands and the Justice again? You're going to literally live with this person, make a home with them. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the reward just seems so much better than a Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, you know? I don't know, Leo. You might want to think about your current commitment. This is for Leos that are not happy in their current commitment. You might want to think about that because I see the Queen of Swords is here too. And it's like, you know that you can get more excitement. It's something about excitement, about stimulation, happiness with this other person, okay? There's another person. This is specifically for the Leos that have another person and are frozen, stuck, unable to move towards something that they really want, okay? All right, guys, let's move on to the last sign, Sagittarius. Let's go, Saggies. Last sign of the day. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. All right, guys. All right, let's keep going. Sagittarius. All right, let me preface this reading by saying this is going to be a tough one, my Saggies. This is a